Hi, and welcome back to my channel. So today, we have something a little special. I have my first ever guest here with me today, my dear friend Tracy.
Hi everyone. Hello.
Hello. Thank you for joining me.
Hi, thank you for having me. It's something we've been planning for a while and it's so cool to see it come to life now. I had an absolute blast, so I'm excited to show everyone.
Yes. Thank you. So today we did avatar characters in different styles. I'm going to have Tracy go first. So if you want to explain a little bit.
Yeah, hello everyone again. Hope your day is going amazing. So I decided to do a regular show style and use Bolin from Legend of Korra. I recently watched Korra. I know, big fan, I guess. But it was honestly an amazing experience seeing how Bolin has character growth and everyone else has character growth. And I just picked him just because he was a good influence to me during the time I was watching it. So I'm gonna get started with the process.
Yes, Bolin is a good boy.
Yeah, honestly, with this process, I really enjoyed being able to capture the essence that the artists made with their own designs for regular show. It's very 2D centric. I'm more of a semi-realistic, more of a realistic type of artist, but being able to separate myself from my current kind of style and being able to capture what the artist did in their own style was honestly really fun. For me, just during the sketch phase, I tend to focus on trying to capture the essence, the dynamicness of the character, and it's something what I did on my first half of the illustration that I'm doing right now. Currently, right now, I'm focusing on the inking. I used a brush that doesn't feel like a 2D flat character, and I think for next time, I'm going to use more of a flat brush or a round brush, if you want to call it, just to capture that a little bit more. But for me, what I enjoyed about this process is using more straight lines and using more of just focusing on the essence of the character itself. Because with 2D, I feel it's very important, and being able to see that come to life just with the straight angles and not a lot of curves in 2D. So just being able to focus on just the dynamic feel of the character with flat line was really nice. But you can see right now I'm also struggling with the tail.
Yeah, one thing about 2D designs, like cartoons in general, is that because their style is so simple, you have to really think about the shapes that you use, and every line is such a precise line. Like, that person had to think that this line has to go right here.
No, yeah, and that's kind of what I did with the tail you saw before. I was trying to figure out where the tail would go. I'm more of an artist that doesn't like using a lot of tangents in my work, so I was just saying oh, where does the tail go? But I came to a compromise. So seeing it come together was kind of just satisfying, mostly with a 2D line. But right now, I am working on colors, and when it comes to my process with colors, I tend to just do it really rough, just kind of like my sketch. Seeing how the reds and greens did a little bit of contrast and seeing how everything came together. For me with this, I reference heavily just Bolin's Fire Ferret, and I also reference his clothing. I was trying to find a way to match the green to fit also the regular show style, just because I know that for that style they use more of popping colors. Mostly with 2D content work I see now is a lot of popping colors. I know my style is very more neutral colors, but it was really fun being able to capture that with the color as well. But as you see right now, I'm just filling in the colors without thinking of cleaning up right now. It's more of trying to figure out what colors could match and show a bit of a contrast, like the rock. With the rock, I try to find a color that would balance between the reds and the dark reds. And also with the shadows, I did the same thing.
Yeah, they all gotta be harmonious, work together.
Together in harmony. Like the Avatar. So with the face, I had a bit of an issue. I did not enjoy the white in the background. It felt like you just was plain. It needed a little bit of pop of color. So I added some lighter, kind of peachy, cream tones to his face that really brought the image together. It really matched with the rock, I feel. So bringing that together really helped just bring the colors and the line work together.
Yeah, I think it really helps draws the viewer in to look at his cute little face and they see his little smile.
No, thank you. No, I really enjoyed just going back to referencing that. Like, that was my favorite process of just creating this piece, referencing the artist and like the face. For me, I highly referenced like more like Rigby and Mordecai for this, mostly the eyes and the face. Just I know that Mordecai and Rigby's face are very, very expressive, so I try to capture Bolan's essence and bring a little bit of that emotion into this piece as well. But yeah, right now I'm just focusing on cleanup. Like I said, everything's very rough, but once I understand the color and the line work and how everything needs to be and how I want it to feel, I go back and reline everything and just add darks where they need to be and reshape some things. But yeah, I focus a lot on just shape language and trying to find the line of action, as you want to call it, to where see how like the emotion flows, how the action flows, and that's what I enjoy a lot about just 2D flat designs. They don't focus a lot on just trying to capture the detail. They focus a lot on the action and the pose to bring a character.
Kind of like the bigger picture in a sense, where they want to make sure that everything looks good together, and also just like animating is probably difficult.
No, yeah, like I think the cool thing about the 2D is they really like to focus on just bringing the essence with the 2D, 3D, like with the little like smirk
Yes.
and the small details just to show something really fast. But I really enjoyed this process.
Yeah, it was so fun to watch because I don't know, seeing your sketch and how you're able to like just like build on it, because by sketching I do similar things, but the way I feel like the way you did it was so different than the way I do it. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so good. But I am up next, hee. So I did Mei specifically in the manga style from Haikyuu. So the mangaka Furudate Haruichi, he is just incredible. But yeah, I will start the process. So yeah, I love Haikyuu and I love Mei. She was like my emo girl. I loved her. And also one of the main reasons that I picked the style is specifically because of the beach episode where they play volleyball and Azula's like, I want to destroy you all.
No, yeah, I really also enjoyed that episode. It really threw me off. Because you don't expect kids to be like that savage when they're playing volleyball and they just attack afterwards. You just watch them and you're like, wow, these kids, they got trauma or something.
Yeah, especially because like Azula's only like 14. Like she's so young. And I do think that episode did such a good job at showing how the war has affected them.
Yeah.
Like, because when they're actually interacting with real kids their age, they do not know how to act.
No, yeah, I feel that is something that Avatar captured really well, just the different personalities and how each character expresses them. Also, a shout out to the voiceover actors, because they did a good job on just capturing everything.
They did. That show, 10 out of 10, obviously. I love it so much.
Yeah, if you haven't seen Avatar, what are you doing?
I know. Why are you
Watch it.
here?
Actually, no, watch this and then watch that.
Yeah, come, like, finish this video. It's a lot shorter than Avatar, and then go watch it. But yeah, as I said before, like our sketching process is like, it's very similar in the sense that we start off super duper messy and then we slowly kind of build on it. But it's so interesting to see like how I sketch versus how you sketch. And then my line art, I really zoom in on that line art. Because I feel like manga style and in general, kind of as a generalization, they have very smooth, like clean line art. And his style too, he probably uses like a micron pen or something because he's traditional. And it's also really small. So that's one of the reasons why I keep zooming in and out so much, is because of the line art is super duper small comparatively to like the regular show or just like other cartoon styles where they typically have thicker line art. But also line art, I have very clean line art. I enjoy clean line art.
No, yeah, I enjoy just watching your process Like each time we draw together or I see your work online, I love seeing how clean everything is. Because I know before I stated that I love really rough line work, but for you, I love seeing how you sculpt your image from like the start where it's like a really rough sketch to a clean line work to actually adding color. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful process.
Thank you. Yeah, also on Procreate, having like really clean line art helps because you can just drop in colors. It's very handy, I will say. It's on my little cheats that I do, but Furudate, he probably uses like Copics or watercolors. So finding a brush that really matched that vibe, it took me a while, but I landed on a watercolor brush, and then I had to build, kind of doing it as if I was doing it traditionally, where I started with, because I feel like with alcohol markers, like there's many ways that people do it, but normally when I do it, I tend to start on the lights and then I go into the dark colors to help them blend in. And it was interesting.
No, it's really nice to see how you reference his color and his line work and how you transcripted it into your own work. Seeing like the peach on a nose to like the lighter peach and the hair going from the dark blue to the lighter blue. I was like a big fan of how you painted it. When I saw the final illustration when you showed me, I was like, wow, this is very nice. The hair for me was what brought everything together. In addition to the colors, how you mix the purples with the reds and the blues, it really shows the essence.
Thank you. Yeah, it was interesting because I don't really render this way. Like, I'm definitely more of like what's it called? Flat? Not flat. What's it called?
Like cell?
Yeah, cell shading. I totally forgot what it's called. Cell shading. And it was interesting to be so loose with it because I didn't really move like the size of the brush too much when I was shading it, because I was like, if I had alcohol-based markers, like, I only really have like one size. So I kept it like medium, but I didn't want it too much. But yeah, and then my background, I do not go with this background. I change it because I didn't like it. I didn't know what I was doing, and I was like, no. So I just color pick from the bottom reference image that I have and slap it onto mine and make it look beautiful.
Yeah, that's how you do it. You find like a reference or something that inspires you, and you put it on your own image. And it's not like you reference it from something else, you reference it from like the actual source. So it ends up just like coming together at the end. It looks really nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, and as a person that like is trying to do backgrounds, going from like human drawing is difficult to capture the perspective, the color, and the shading. But you did a really good job.
Thank you. Yeah, it was really fun to try to emulate his style just because I love the Haikyuu animated manga. His work, it inspires me so much. I love it. So it was really fun to try to do this.
But yeah, it came out chef kiss.
Thank you. But yeah, thank you for joining me. I love your little bowling. He's so squishable and small.
He's a little bean.
He is a little bean.
And I love your May. She came out beautiful. The colors, the background. Even though you said you're like, I can't do background, the background still came out good.
Thank you. Yeah, it was really fun. Thank you for joining me for my first special guest.
Thank you for having me. It was honestly super duper fun. I would love to see more videos in the future. Yes. And don't forget to subscribe to Autumn, guys.
Yes, please like, comment, share, and subscribe, all that jazz. And yeah, bye.
Bye. Have a good day. Bye.